Thank you guys so much for being here. This is a selected group of people that are really special to my heart. Every person that sits here is a very special person to my heart. They're either clients slash friends. I don't think I have any client that hasn't become great friends. I have partners and I have friends, just friends. I have people that are responsible for Lighthouse Consulting existing, and I have partners that are here and that I really wanted to invite. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. And I am very proud of each and every one of you, because I think I tell everybody this, but I cannot imagine even move to a street, up the street. So you moved, across oceans. You moved your families, your businesses, your kids. You guys rock. And above that, you trusted me to create your business or to help you get here. I really want to thank your trust, and I'm really, really grateful for all of you. And I'm here with Carolina just because, I just want you guys to know how amazing she is. She's my oldest, 21. I'm very proud of her as well. And she's like the only person in my family that understands what I do, And you know this, Tabitha, nobody else does. So her support is very important to me, and I wanted to thank her in particular for coming over. And she's the busiest person in the world. She's always traveling, so it's a blessing that she's here, Thank you, guys. Now, what we're going to do is like a round table with two clients, so very different businesses, but I wanted to ask just two simple questions like what's the best thing and what's the worst things that they've experienced, because I want people to know that there's light at the other side of the tunnel. So it is possible to come over to Portugal. It is possible to create your company and your business. It is possible to thrive here, and completely different businesses. And in fact, I know that you've mingled way more than I thought that you would mingle. So great. And you have all different businesses. I think that afterwards we'll do a bit of networking, because I want you guys to connect, because all of you have really important businesses that I want to show off. Okay? Thank you. And so Debbie Hemmingson has Office Evolution. Just again, for the fourth time, just secured the best place in Lisbon, the greatest office in Lisbon. It's a co-working space, but please, Debbie, tell us a little bit about Office Evolution.
So I am the master licensed partner for Portugal for Office Evolution, which is a US-based co-working brand. I think there's probably 140 Office Evolutions in the States. I'm the first master partner outside of the US. So I have come to build the brand here. And in this role, I get to help people start and grow their own businesses, which is really near and dear to my heart. And we're going to open our first one in January.
Yeah. And Debbie is like a fighter, and whatever needs to be done, she's going to get it run. I never saw anyone with such perseverance as Debbie, really. Like, it's amazing. And AJ and Nicole are, I have to say, my coolest clients. They are, They created Oniric Talento, which is talents. So they're just such a bunch of enormous different talents that I want them to speak a little bit about their company and about the different things that they are able to do, man, which are like amazing.
Hi, I'm Nicole. This is AJ, and we own Oniric Talento. We provide entertainment and visual arts. We do stilt walking, face and body art. AJ's a musician.
We do sound reinforcement. We do original show production. We do circus arts. We do singing telegrams.
Costume character.
Weddings and corporate events.
Yes, and we closed our business in the US, and with Raquel's help, we have brought our entertainment over here to Portugal, and we're really excited to be here.
And one of the things that I wanted to point out about AJ and Nicole is that I remember the talk that we had before you guys even decided coming over. So it was a complicated time in the US. It still is, even more so for the artistic community, I would say. And I remember feeling the stress and the anxiety of, I need to bring these people over. They need to be here ASAP. And they're now here. They now have a thriving business. And they're now inspiring others to come. So there's already another artist on the way with a company created as well. And so I think that the expat community is going to bring so much to the artistic community here that it's going to be overwhelming. It's really amazing for me to see. But I wanted to ask, be realistic, and I wanted this to be an experience for people that are out there that are wondering if they can do this. Yes, you can. It's not without difficulties. And that's why I wanted to ask you, Debbie, what was the biggest hurdle that you had with your business here in Portugal?
My business, the biggest hurdle I've had so far has been the accounting process here in Portugal. We are required by law to have outer books, which is not something I've ever done before. I have accounting and finance degrees, so kept all of my books, all of my career. And the one thing I tell business owners is you need to know where every penny of your money is all the time. And here in Portugal, it's a wonderful little monthly black hole that you send your documents into. So it's something I'm still working through, and I'll figure it out. But for me, that's been my biggest hurdle.
But that's a good point, because accounting is very different in the company here than it is in the US. So there's monthly filing obligations, there's social security, there's tax. So I always say people are amazed at what they pay monthly for an accountant here, but the roles are completely different from the US and here. So and a good accountant can make or break your business. So it's very important to have a good account. I've seen companies nearly bankrupt because of accountants. And I have had to turn them around into profitable companies, and it was possible, but the accountant was the first person that I fired. So it's a very important piece of the puzzle. Nicole and AJ, what was your biggest hurdle coming over?
Our biggest hurdle is definitely timing in general. The timing of everything. When do I get my business insurance going? When do I, get these other things that are related to business going if I'm not necessarily starting my activity yet? Which I think what we learned is that you just have to do it when it's ready to be done. Because certain things we did, they were like, oh, we may not have needed that yet. We actually did need, like, for instance, we went to start our .pt domain, and we needed like a commercial registry form,
Oh,
which, we couldn't have done that without that form. We're like, okay, I'm glad we got that finished. So
Yeah. And then just as well as the business creation, the visa process in general has some timing hurdles because you have to get, if you're from the U.S., an FBI report, you have to get it apostilled, you have to get possibly a VFS appointment if you're in a lot of the states in the U.S., which you have to book in advance, and it can really kind of throw your whole schedule. It can. And we had a situation where Nicole found the last minute appointment, and we were in Portugal at the time doing stuff like getting our bank account set up and setting up business stuff. And then she was like, hey, guess what? We got to fly back to the U.S. right now. So we went to Raquel's house, and Raquel printed us about 80 pages, which we had to take with us to our visa appointments.
But it's a strategy. Like if you go with like 2 full dossiers, it scared them enough to not ask anything. So, it's a strategy. But I want to point out something that you mentioned, AJ, before, which is the business part is kind of more organized by itself, and I have more control over it. So to me, it's easy. But the visa process, and this is sometimes very difficult to explain. It's crazy. It's like there's no written on stone rules, because it depends on whichever service you end up being. You've had the experience with Social Security as well, so it's very different. And some people request some documents, other people request others. So you really have to be patient. I always say that the visa process is like the test. If you can go through it, then okay, you have the strength that you need to survive here in Portugal. But it is a very complicated process. Okay, it's not easy. You have to push through it.
I think that You know, before I moved for a few years, I was a full-time grandmother. About knowing my age, yeah, no one can tell. Um, so that sense of self-accomplishment once you get something done is, I'm like, oh, I remember this. So yes, as I'm now moving through the business process and setting up this space and hiring people and doing all the things, I'm like, oh, okay. So this is good. And it's not so complicated. I have found that things in Portugal that you think are going to be really hard are super, super easy. And the things you think are going to be easy are like ridiculously hard.
It's always a
It's
surprise.
ridiculous. It's like completely backward. So just learning to kind of roll with it.
We like to keep people on their toes. We like to surprise people.
Crazy.
Guys, what's the best thing about having your business here in Portugal?
I think coming over here and seeing the appreciation for the arts that the Portuguese have in general. Everyone that we've talked to has been so excited about what we're doing, about our creative workshops we're going to have in the future, and just getting here and also seeing that there are communities that exist like acro yoga, West Coast swing dance, and all of these things that we had no idea. And we get over here, we're like, this feels like home already. We've met so many artists and performers, and it feels right already.
Yeah. We did not know what to expect, but we immediately felt welcomed by several different communities by just showing up. Akron Yoga community, immediately I showed up to some music jams and they were like, hey, we'd love to perform with you again. And it's really been encouraging, not to mention what she was saying about the appreciation for the arts. You can go to any random tiny little town in the countryside, and if they happen to be having their festa that weekend, there will be an enormous stage with like a full sound setup and bands coming through, and they've got
Perform where that's not normal?
No, wait, what? It's really special to see how many free events there are for family, kids to be exposed to the arts. I mean, it's really special. And then AJ with his music jams, he goes to this music jam and he meets these guys and he's like, all right, we're starting a wedding band and they're going to start booking weddings together. So it's just, everything seems to be going oddly well. We just got here a month ago and it really is. It's just sort of serendipitous.
Well, it's fate, it's destiny, it's what it was meant to be. But I think it's really a good message for the artistic community, because it's a specific type of community that really needs protection everywhere in the world, but especially now in the U.S., I think. And I am so proud of Portugal for welcoming and to being so open. Like, go Portugal, go. And I don't want to bore you to death with any more stuff. I just wanted to show you these fine examples of of entrepreneurs and two different types of people, two different walks of life and businesses. And I want to say that I have here, the greatest bunch of entrepreneurs and friends and partners, that every business is possible. And I want to have a close knit of networking because I want to do this more often. I don't want to to open this too much because I want people to really talk to each other. So I don't think that's possible with more people than this. I really want each one of you to know the other one. And that's why I handpicked these people here. Again, I am very, very grateful that you are all here. And let's do just some more networking because you guys did all the networking before we even started. Like, I couldn't keep you guys shut. So thank you so much. And let's go network.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting.